It's a lot of talk about the WNBA lately in sports media and on social media. Today we're going to get into the hot topics the heat the WNBA vets are getting from fouling the rookies. The latest was Chennedy Carter versus Caitlin Clark. The week before, the heat was on Alyssa Thomas for her move against Reese. But we're also going to get into what nobody is talking about, like how the WNBA ratings are slowing down and no one's really watching the games for real. Even Nike is aware of that. Although they just got in trouble for telling the truth and had to delete a post on Twitter. We're going to get into all of that plus more. But first, take a second to make sure you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for all updates. Let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room. What is going on with Caitlin Clark? Yesterday, her team faced the New York Liberty. It was an exciting game for New York fans, as New York dominated the first, third, and fourth quarters, pretty much the whole game, and walked away with a W in a blowout performance, 104-68. But what was more concerning to me is Caitlin Clark, the new face of the WNBA, that's really responsible for the new interest in the league and the topic of daily WNBA conversation on social media. It was Caitlin's worst performance since entering the WNBA. She finished the game with a season-low 3 points. She missed her first 4 shot attempts of the night, helping New York pull away from Indiana. Then Clark opened the second quarter with a 3-pointer, but that was the only shot she made the entire game. And that really surprised me, very shocking. Only 3 points the whole game? She played 29 minutes. Her teammates Smith and Kelsey Mitchell, they played 31 and 30 minutes. Smith scored 17 points, Kelsey scored 21, Caitlin played 29 minutes and she scored only 3. I mean, that was very shocking. And although the rookie class, they have a lot of people talking about the WNBA, at this point, I'm starting to believe it's just a bunch of talking. Because another thing I noticed is the declining viewership. No doubt about it, this rookie class was extremely popular. 2.4 million people watched 36 women get selected in the draft. Another thing the media was quiet about is how only 13 players actually made the roster. The W did see strong ratings for the draft, and Caitlin's season opener was definitely a hit with 2.1 million viewers, but every game after, the numbers started going down. So far down, Caitlin's team matchup with LA last week on May 28th only garnered the attention of 356,000 people. That's a big difference from 2.1 million. It's like night and day, really just a fraction of the Indiana season opener. Listen, women lie, men lie, numbers don't. And what these numbers are suggesting is the excitement from the NCAA and the rookies coming in is starting to dwindle. Yes, a lot of tickets are already sold. Tickets to see Caitlin's team sold more than any other team. Really a bunch of tickets to see Caitlin. But Indiana struggled so far. They've played 11 games, lost 9 of them. They lost 5 games before they even got their first win, and now Caitlin is struggling more with a horrible performance yesterday. It's looking like the fake fans are starting to check out, and I call them fake fans because none of them are real supporters. They just enjoy arguing on social media. Speaking of social media, Nike was shamed by folks on Twitter after their Twitter account dedicated to basketball, Nike Basketball, sent out a message at the end of the NBA's Western and Eastern Conference Finals that ended earlier than expected. Boston won the East in 4 games, and Dallas took the West in 5 games, leaving a whole week between their last game and the first scheduled game of the NBA Finals. In the since-deleted tweet, Nike said, "And that's that, a week without hoops, shaking my head." I guess Nike forgot that the WNBA season is in full swing, and it must have slipped their mind that the Women's Pro League is one that they're heavily invested in now. They gave Caitlin Clark the $28 million deal, and then Asia Wilson, she's scheduled to release her own shoe with the company as well. But let's be honest, no one is watching the WNBA. No matter how many articles they write about the viewership being the best ever, yeah, they say that every year now, especially coming from years they never really aired on TV. The truth is, social media arguments about Caitlin Clark and Reese will not change the cold reality that even these ladies cannot save this failing league. Now, I have to say, the conversations surrounding the new girls in the WNBA, they're great for Twitter, IG, YouTube. People going back and forth over the game they're not even watching, obviously. But recently, there's been a lot of complaining about hard plays on rookies. Over a week ago, during the Chicago versus Connecticut matchup, Angel Reese was knocked to the floor by Alyssa Thomas, causing Reese to hit the back of her head on the floor. At that time, fake Angel Reese fans got on IG, pouring their hearts out about how everybody's jealous of her. Then Cameron Brink was hit in the eye in the matchup between LA and Chicago Angels team. After that, you also had Angels team play against Caitlin's team, the Indiana Fever. Caitlin was fouled unnecessarily by Chennedy Carter. That's when all of Caitlin's fake fans came out crying about how everybody's jealous of Caitlin. The same thing Angels fake fans did the week before. They're all just reacting to clips. If they watched the game, they would have seen Caitlin elbow Chennedy before Kennedy's viral retaliation. All of these ladies obviously get physical, especially the WNBA studs. In recent years, I cover how they like knucking and bucking on and off the court. So no, I'm not surprised by any of this. What's also being exposed is these rookies are not ready for the smoke from the vets, but the vets aren't ready for the smoke from this new audience of fake non-existent fans. The new visibility really coming from Caitlin's popularity also came with a new level of scrutiny that these ladies aren't used to. They have more people talking about them on social media, so when they have these situations, they're going viral, but not from actual viewers of the game. Side note, they talked about Chennedy fouling Caitlin on ABC, but didn't report the elbow from Caitlin on the previous play and the exchange of words between both women. Caitlin and Angel, they got a taste of this high level of visibility and the drama it created in their last 2 years of college. But now the vets in the WNBA, they're getting some of that same social media exposure from all the attention. I just don't believe they're ready for it, just like the rookies aren't ready for them. The only fouls being highlighted are the ones from vets against rookies. That's another thing I'm seeing. So obviously, they're trying to create a narrative. At the end of the day, this let's find a villain angle on all sides isn't working. Alyssa was a villain against Angel Reese. Everybody is the villain against Caitlin Clark. And this may be good for the comments on social media, but it's a horrible strategy long term for the WNBA. People commenting about these ladies and running their mouths on different platforms are not watching the game. That's why the conversation is never about the numbers. They're all reacting to short clips and no one's checking score. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Let me know what you think about all of this below. Special thank you to Brady O. I appreciate you, Brady, for always showing support, as well as Rob P. and Adrian. Don't forget that you can support this channel as well. Links to Cash App and PayPal are below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to like and share.